Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Kelly Scarborough, the mystic next door. I'm a psychic, a medium, and a healer. And I also play part-time amateur astrologer each week, as you'll see in these weekly TarotScopes. I'm trying something new this week. Rather than do my TarotScopes in a live format, I'm releasing this in a pre-recorded format. But for our regular viewers who like the lives, don't worry. You'll know that I'm in the very tail end of my crazy summer work schedule, and it's about to lighten up. So I'm trying a few new things, and we'll see how this works out. I do intend to add more lives and more content to my channel. So thanks for your patience as I juggle things around. I do appreciate it. As usual, if you like what you find here, I'd appreciate if you subscribed, hit the hit the notification bell, and please give a thumbs up or comment below because it really does help the channel. I'm only a few subscribers away from 1,000. It's taken me a long time to get here because I've taken it slowly and I have a whole other career that keeps me really busy, but I intend to work a little bit more at bringing more content. Here is the astrology for the week of July 28th through August 3rd. And I want to say, welcome to Leo season. The sun is fully in Leo now, and the sun is exalted in Leo. That means the sun rules the sign of Leo, and this is a time to shine, right? This is a time for bold expression, determination, independence, and yes, perhaps even a little bit of pride. So it's a time to take the lead or enter the spotlight if you feel called to. You may feel more affectionate this time or have more sex appeal now because Leo is a passionate fire sign. This is a month of strength, boldness, and self confidence. So take advantage of that energy right now. Be sure to check out your personal chart to see where Leo falls for you, what house it falls into, because that will help determine what area of your life may be affected by the sun in Leo. And it's especially impactful if you have the sun in Leo in your chart, or if you have your rising or moon in Leo. Or if you have just a lot of planets in Leo, like I do, I have a Leo stellium. I have three or more, planets in Leo in my birth chart. So it may impact me a bit more, or if anybody who has heavy placements in the fire signs as well. Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. You may feel this a little bit more too. But these transits do impact all of us in one way or another. So watch for that sunny, optimistic, playful side of Leo to affect us all right now. If you have a birthday, if, excuse me, for all of those who have birthdays in Leo, uh, welcome to your season. Do something wonderful for yourself, especially if your birthday is this week. And I do want to say, who can believe that July is almost over? I mean, this has been a crazy year, but it's racing by, isn't it? I feel like time has truly sped up. And in review, I want to say that we also had the new moon in Leo last week, a very impactful new moon. So I want to ask you, did you set your intentions for the month ahead? New moons are a time to set your intentions to manifest new things in your life. So we'll say goodbye to July this week, and welcome to August, which will continue to push us into more of that revolutionary change that we've been experiencing all year, and also change that is very needed in this world right now, perhaps in not only in the world but in your personal life. So these are truly transformational times, as I just referred to. Have you noticed anything nutty going on in the world? Yes, I think we all have. You'd have to be blind not to see this. So Ever since March, one of the aspects we're sitting in right now, um, since March, is Saturn sextile Pluto. Okay. Sextiles are harmonious aspects, kind of like mini trines. And in this case, it's now in a very, very close orb. It will be with us until September, right? So this is a bit of a challenging time with these two powerful planets when they activate each other. But as I said, it's a transformational time, and that brings ground up change, needed change. And Saturn will make sure that these changes have a lasting effect for our futures. Don't be afraid because these changes are for the better. Keep reminding yourself of that. Along the same lines, we'll see the Sun in an opposition to Pluto, and this is also a time of intense transformation, a time when secrets come to the surface. Pluto rules secrets and the underworld. And we'll also perhaps see power dynamics come under scrutiny at this time. Okay. Thursday this week, January 31st, the Sun will form a conjunction with Mercury. That means they'll be sitting together. This is also called the Mercury cazimi. Your mind will feel sharper. News will travel fast. Thinking and communication will come clear. And this is a time to express your individuality. Friday, August 1st, Venus will square Saturn and Neptune. And I say Saturn and Neptune because they are still sitting right together, right within the first degree or so of April. Of excuse me, Aries. Apologies. They're right together. They're sitting together in this tight conjunction for quite some time. Um, so when one planet squares one, it will naturally square the other. So, Venus square Saturn suggests a potential for challenges and conflicts in relationships and matters of love, beauty, and money, and your values. It also represents opportunities for growth, developing maturity in relationships, maybe make them lasting. Venus square Neptune can bring illusions and idealism in relationships. Is the relationship really what it seems to be, or is it just what we want it to be? It can also bring that idealism and illusion to our values and our money systems. Uh, this can come to the forefront at this time as well. Do I have the money to buy the the fancy car? Do I need to really kind of be a little more discerning right now with my bank account? Okay. But also, this can bring added creativity and compassion in love. But be sure that you're not wearing your rose colored glasses. See it for the fantasy that it is if it's too good to be true. By the end of the week, Mars will oppose Saturn. And this is a big one because Mars is all about power and action, and it can be aggressive. And when it's in this tense opposition with Saturn, it's Saturn likes to dig in its heels and kind of make us do the hard work. So this could mean that we have some extra tension in this world right now. We may see more inflammation in some of the wars that are going on in the world, right? We might see um, more aggressive language in terms of our personal, our, some of the things that are going on in the US, such as the Epstein stuff that's going on. Okay. This is about opposing factions that are very intense and both are stubborn. They dig in their heels. Okay. So let's just be aware of that. Also, this week, by the end of the week, Uranus will begin to form a months long trine harmonious aspect with Pluto, okay? Uranus, sudden change, electrical uh, impact, right? Uh, uh, Revolutionary change. It's also things that kind of come blindside us a little bit, but they're really meant for the good. Pluto, secrets, the underworld, uh, things that are happening beneath the surface, very, um, very impactful things that we may not even know are happening in our lives. So again, when these two power players come together in the sky, even though it's a trine, it means more transformational energy, right? And that's because the outer planets are slow moving and their change becomes lasting, right? Very lasting. These sometimes are once in a lifetime aspects that we're seeing, really, that change a generation or more. Okay. So these trigger deep lasting changes, right? They can change our very way of life. Pluto and Uranus trine in a trine is truly revolutionary. It brings shifts in cultural and technological ways of life. These next few months can be challenging, but they're setting us up for advancements in medicine, in communication, in technology, in how we get our information. And perhaps most importantly, they are spurring on a people first revolution, right? Very challenging to the power structures, perhaps, but it brings to light what's right and what's wrong. So hold on for that. Now we're going to move on to our weekly TarotScopes for the week of July 28th through August 3rd. Please remember that these are general readings for your sun, rising, and moon signs, or for any planets that figure prominently in your chart. And remember that we all have unique birth charts, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Please consult your personal chart for more detail or consult a real astrologer. I don't do readings in astrology. I just follow the stars, right? And as many of you know, I start on a different sign of the zodiac each week. And today we'll start with Cancer. I'll be using my Dreaming Way tarot. So, whoops. I pulled up a kind of an unfortunate 10 of swords, and I'm going to make sure that we can see that. Yeah, looks like we've got a glare, so I'm going to be careful with that today. All right. So I asked the question. I pull four cards and I ask these four questions. What is the energy of the week? What are the cautions, or what should I be aware of? Sometimes there isn't a caution. What action should I take? And what does Spirit want me to know now? All right. What do we have for Cancer this week? I give the cards a quick shuffle in between each sign, so you'll see me shuffle. I may pause the recording for that. Okay. Ooh, Cancer. Well, looky here. Can you see this? We start with the Tower card. Let's see. I'm going to try to do this so we don't see the glare quite so much. The Tower. It's better over here, I think, right? Sorry about that. The Tower. Okay, you see the lightning. You see that sudden impact, right? So they're saying brace for change. The Tower is not always a difficult thing, but it looks like it might be, might bring some challenges to our lives as well. Change can be challenging. Now, with the same theme, what cautions should I be aware of? Oh my. Okay, so we have the Death card as well. Death card is all about transformation. What was I just talking about with Pluto and Uranus and all those aspects? Transformation. All right. So the death comes to take away what is no longer needed in our lives. And so we must be aware that there are maybe some challenging situations coming this week, um, but also be aware that they're for the better. What action should you take? Well, this is, we have the Seven of Wands here. Okay. The Seven of Wands tells us, reminds us to be resilient, to stand your ground, to fight for what's right, right? So, is there someone in your life who's really making things difficult for you? Are you finding maybe something in your job or in your love life to be a little bit um, contentious this week? We talked about those Venus aspects too, so be aware. All right. And what does Spirit want me to know? Okay, when we see the Two of Pentacles, this talks of balance, right? Juggling maybe too many things. Maybe our finances are off kilter. Perhaps our love life or our health is not doing that great. But Spirit wants us to find that balance, to sort of make a decision of which direction we want to go in and tackle those challenges. So, Cancer, it looks like you might have to hold on a little bit this week. I'm a Cancer rising, so I am in the same boat. All right, we're going to move on to Leo. For me, as I'm shuffling here, for me, I'm in the last week of my summer camps, and um, it's just a lot of shuffling and juggling details for me, so it makes sense to me. But I welcome the changes. Okay. I don't know if you could see, but I just shuffled and we start off Leo with the same sign that we ended Cancer with. Okay, what is the energy of the week? Again, we're a little bit off balance. It could be in our health, it could be in our money, it could be in other areas of our lives. Um, when we're off balance like this, we're asked to sort of rearrange things, make decisions that help us to come back into balance. Okay. I don't feel like this is a caution, but this is what we should be aware of this week. The Three of Cups is this is a time of compassion. It's a time to look back on times that were kinder and gentler in your life. This is a time of generosity and just really good times. So be aware that maybe somebody from your past may be coming into your life, or something from your past could be coming back up again to remind you of those good times. What action should I take? This is the Eight of Pentacles. I don't know if this is coming out in reverse for you guys. It looks backwards to me. Um, but what action should you take? It's saying keep working at your goals and your dreams, right? Or this could be health as well. Whenever we see pentacles, health and wealth, anything that's tangible, your physical reality, okay, keep working at it because you're going to achieve your goal. And I can tell you that's because we end with an Ace of Wands. This is about uh, our actions bringing new adventures for us. It brings us into a newness in our lives, a new way of being. And Leo, you are a fire sign, right? This is passion. This is again action, passion, bringing things to fruition um, that fulfill us. Very nice. Okay. All right. We're going to move on to Virgo. As we, okay, there we go. I'm going to give a little shuffle to the cards really quickly. And like I said, I may fast forward if this is too much. Okay. And I want to remind everybody that when we see cards that come out again and again that appear to be the same, so if we see any one particular card come out again and again, uh, we know that that message is for all of us. Okay. Very nice, Virgo. Virgo, you begin with the Six of Pentacles. This is about generosity, it's about gratitude. right? So, are you being generous with someone else, or are they being generous with you? This is a nice week to really kind of start to lead off with an air of gratitude about your life. Okay. And cautions that you should be aware of, or what you should just what you should be aware of in this case. This does not feel like a caution. This is the two of wands. It's saying we're we're laying down the groundwork. We're making plans for something that we want to do in our lives. We also see the world in this card too. So are you planning travel? Are you planning a summer vacation to the beach, or making plans for, that fun trip to Europe? What is that you should be aware of right now? Okay, it's favorable. The skies are favoring that right now, the astrology. Okay. What action should you take? Well, sorry if you can hear the dog barking outside. What action should we take? This is the Nine of Pentacles. This is also about gratitude. It's acknowledge that you've done the hard work, and now you can sort of enjoy the life that you've established for yourself. This could be again in health and in wealth. What is it for you? But the action that you should take is to acknowledge that you, you've got enough, right? We talked about gratitude this week, and so interesting that you got the Two of Wands, because now Spirit wants you to know that you have, sorry about the dogs barking, that you have the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is all about now you've laid the groundwork, you've made the plans. Now you're going to be able to see the rewards. This card is also, the Nine of Pentacles is also about reaping the rewards, but you're going to start to see things coming towards you now, Virgo, that you have worked hard for. And now the results will pay off. Okay, Libra, what do we have for you? Oh, ho, ho. Okay, Libra, energy of the week for you is the moon. The moon talks about intuition, hidden things, maybe a little bit of anxiety, right? Maybe you feel a little bit off kilter with that new moon that we just had last week. But what is that for you? You have to place that into your own context. The moon. What should you be aware of this week? The Eight of Wands. Okay, this is all about communication or even travel, but things that are coming in hot, right? It also says, you see, those wands are also in perfect alignment with each other. Things are in alignment to flow freely now for you. Okay, very good, Libra. And you get your card this week. What action should you take? This is the Justice card. This is all about balance, what's fair, what's right. Libra, no one likes balance and fairness more than you. And I should know because I am a Libra sun. And there it is. We have the sword of truth and we have the scales of justice, right? What action should you take is sit in that energy now and really relish that you are in your element right now. And what does Spirit want you to know? Okay, they want you to know with the Two of Swords that it's time to take off the blindfold and make that decision to move forward in the way that you want. Perhaps you've been, considering the new job, like taking a new job for a while. Make a decision and do it. Do the actions that you need to make that happen. Maybe you've been thinking about leaving a relationship or starting one, initiating one. Take the action now, right? Time to take off the blindfold and make those decisions to move forward. Okay. I don't think as an air sign myself, uh, in my sun, I know that decisions are difficult. So do your best. Do your best. Okay, Scorpio. Let's see what we have for Scorpio. Give it a quick shuffle. Hmm. Well, some of you Scorpios may find that the energy this week is a little bit combative. This is the Five of Wands. It's about petty nuisances, maybe an annoyance. It's that pest, that person that kind of gets under your skin. This is not tragic or violent or anything like that. It's just, kind of immature energy that just gets under your skin. So there may be a little bit of that energy going on this week. Now, what should you be aware of? The magician. The magician, right? This is not a challenge. This is something that you should be aware of that Scorpio, you are powerful. You are a power player and you can magic the heck out of your life, right? This is manifesting the world that you want, and you can do this. What action should I take this week? It's You may want to consider that it's time to leave something behind that no longer serves you with the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups is leaving something behind that is not filling your cup anymore because you know there's more. But I always point out with this is that you have eight full cups, but you know that there are two more out there for you to go and get, right? This is a decision that just for you, it just means you know that you can find more satisfaction, comfort, love, happiness elsewhere. Okay. So is it leaving the job that no longer serves you? Is it leaving the relationship behind that is not uh, helping you grow anymore? What is that for you? And what does spirit want you to know? Okay, you get the page of swords. This is putting the new ideas into action, right? Into motion. Swords are mental energy, right? So this is new ideas that are coming to fruition. This could be new learning new skills, right? But this is new energy. So it looks like you're going to leave something behind so that you can start something new this week, Scorpio. Next, we have Sagittarius. Sagittarius, another fire sign. So you may feel this Leo sun energy a little bit more. Okay, Sagittarius. Very interesting. We're starting to see repeat cards. So when we see repeats, what do I say? These messages may be for all of us. Energy of the week for you, Sagittarius, is this card of resilience. Maybe you've put up your barriers, your boundaries, right? You're still upright. You may be sitting. You may be beaten up a little bit. You've been through the fire, but your defenses have held. Okay, so you might be a little tired and worn out from some friction in your life. In this case, I was gonna say you're still standing, but you're sitting, you're still upright. Okay. What should you be aware of this week? It looks like a woman, but it is a man, the King of Wands. Okay. King of Wands is fiery. Speaking of that fire sign, determination, resilience. He's the entrepreneur. They go after what they want and they get it, right? Because the king is almighty. So this is very nice. You can see that lizard on his dress or gown there, whatever that is. Lizards they go back to the medieval days when lizards cannot be burned by fire. It's all about resilience. Okay. You too when we ask about what action should we take, you too are being advised to leave a situation that may not serve you anymore. Again, what is that for you? A relationship, a job, moving. from one place to another, right? Moving to a new home or a new town. Um, Eight of Cups often speaks of really going out to follow your passion, right? Follow what fills your heart. Okay. And you too are being asked to make some decisions with the Two of Swords. Okay. What is it? Something in your life is clearly um, not working for you. It is time to make those decisions to move forward, take off the blinders, and move forward in an area of your life that that brings you joy. Capricorn, Capricorn. Okay, all right. Well, look at you, Capricorn, starting something new. When the Fool comes out, it's the first card of the deck, and it means it's the first step in a new journey. It's a bold step, and sometimes we have to watch our step, right? Don't step on the rake. Don't step on the snake. But perhaps we just need to make that first step and go for it. Follow our bliss. And what cautions should we be aware of this week? You too get the tower in the caution area, right? Um, this means something may be coming for you, coming along for your life for the better that catches you off guard, right? This is a little sudden action. Sorry, sudden action, something we didn't see coming necessarily. But when I look at the other cards with the Fool, and you'll see the others, I think it's for the better. It really is. So, what action should you take? Again, we also see the Page of Swords. Take the class, apply for the new job. This is putting new ideas into motion. New, new, new. You've got a lot of new energy this week with the Fool and the Page. And what does Spirit want you to know? Right? If you do these things, if you accept the challenge of taking that first step in a new area, you will be victorious. The Six of Wands is all about victory. You've done it, right? You've taken the action, the bold action, and you've seen triumph. So that's very nice, Capricorn. I like it. Okay, Aquarius. Aquarius, what do we have for you this week? Okay. All right. Aquarius. Energy of the week for you. Again, you also get this card of the Six of Pentacles. This is generosity and gratitude for the help that others bring to you. So I want to say to you, Aquarius, the help is coming. If you are the helper, then be generous. Okay. Very nice. What are the cautions that you should be aware of? Seven of Swords is about someone who takes something from you. Maybe there's somebody in your life who's not putting in their share, or they're taking something from you emotionally that's not fair to you. Who is that in your life? What is that energy? Sometimes this is what we do to ourselves too. So keep that in mind. What action should you take? The Four of Swords. When we see the Four of Swords appear, especially in the action area, it's saying step off the, the treadmill, take a breather, go within your heart, meditate, and really rest. This could also denote physical health, like maybe you need that rest or you might become sick. You might become sick. Sorry if you hear that noise. That's my dog's tail. He's having a dream and he's flapping his tail around. Okay, so you're saying take a breather, watch your physical and your emotional, spiritual health right at this time. All right, and Spirit wants you to know with the Queen of Wands that you've got this. She has those two beautiful sunflowers in her chair there, and this says success, joy, triumph, right? This is about you see the plants growing out of the wand there, the leaves growing. This is fertile energy. We're taking action in an area of passion for you. Okay, Spirit wants you to take action now. Okay. All right, we're going to move on to Pisces now. I hope I'm staying on track. All right, Pisces. Pisces. Oh my gosh. Wow, wow, wow. I think this is the third time this card of Six of Pentacles has come up in the what should I be aware of area, right? This is an energy of gratitude, of help is on the way, right? Have you needed a helping hand, Pisces? Has someone come forward to really offer you the job, perhaps? Brought you, the resources you need to kind of get by. This is a time of gratitude for you, okay? And is there somebody in your life who needs your kindness and help too? Okay. What cautions should I be aware of? Oh my, devil, the devil energy. Are you sitting in your bad habits right now? Eating and drinking too much? Are you being lazy? Are you being negative, pessimistic? Are you playing too many video games or doom scrolling on your phone? What are those habits that are that are not helping you in your life right now? It's time to review those bad habits and break the chains. What action should you take? Okay, this is the Six of Swords. This is the card of leaving troubled water for calm. This says, leave behind those bad habits, right? Leave behind the things that chain us to a difficult life, to a harder life. Leave them behind so that we can move forward and live our best life. And Spirit is giving you this confirmation. What do you want? Do they want you to be aware of? The Nine of Cups. This is the card of contentment. You've done all that you can if you leave those bad habits behind, and you will fill all your cups. You will be happy and content and satisfied with your life. Very good, Pisces. I like it. Okay, moving on to Aries. You get three of the four cards for you this week are major arcana. Okay. Wow. Energy of the week is the High Priestess, right? You see that moon there again. That's saying tap into your intuition, your deep intuition. This could mean things that are hidden beneath the surface, but it also says tap into your natural intuition. It's strong for you this week, Aries. Now, what you should be aware of, this is not a caution, this is not a concern, is the king, excuse me, the emperor. I can't see the words down below. The emperor is all about taking control. And who likes to take control more than you, Aries? This is a great time for you to be in control. Now, the caution, if there is one, is not to be too demanding and too domineering. Okay? Let others speak. Let others have their choices too. Uh, but it is a very powerful card. All right. What action should you take? We just talked about this. Now, I don't know why this card is depicted this way. The Three of Pentacles looks, it's a little odd from the traditional meaning, but the Three of Pentacles speaks of collaborating with others to build a strong foundation. Okay. Starting something new and making sure that you're including others in that action. It was what I was just saying with that we don't want to have too much of that emperor energy. We want to make sure that we're including others. Maybe that's why she looks dissatisfied because Aries, I think you like to act alone and be first. So just be aware of that energy this week. And what does Spirit want you to know? With the Hierophant, so it's interesting you get the Hierophant and the Emperor. This is structure, order. Like this is look to the higher power to find the answers that you need to move ahead now. Okay, this is looking, you kind of looking up to mentors, looking to mentors for advice for your future. I don't think Aries is very good at asking for advice. This is ask for advice and look for that structure, order. It could be government too. So, any of those foundational aspects in our lives. Okay. Thank you, Aries. We have two more. We have Taurus and we have Gemini. So, I appreciate everybody's patience as we work all the way around the zodiac. Like I said, we always start with a different sign each week. So, okay, Taurus, you too, the energy of the week, you too are being asked to leave those troubled waters behind and move into a healthier, happier space. Six of Swords says the difficulty is behind us, recognize that and move forward. What should you be aware of this week? We get the Lover's card. Now, this is not a caution. This is just an awareness that you are loved, you have others around you that you can bond with. People will be interested in partnering with you. This is a really nice time of camaraderie, friendship, love coming towards you. What action should I take? The Queen of Pentacles. Be kind to yourself and others. This is a card of nurturing, of love for self, of love for others. This is also a card of abundance. Please recognize your abundance, Taurus, right? This feels like a very Taurian card. You are an earth sign, Taurus, and you love the finer things. So sit in your energy this week. And Spirit wants you to know with the Temperance card that balance is coming for you. This is a card of healing, of growth, of really kind of coming into your own now. So, very, very nice for you. Gemini. Gemini. Very. What do we have for Gemini? Okay. Gemini. What is the energy of the week for you? You get the Ace of Cups. Beautiful. Emotionally fulfilled, full of happiness, joy, but new energy, right? New things are coming for you to bring you joy, happiness, all the emotional fulfillment. Beautiful. What should you be aware of? What are the cautions? Don't be in your head so much. This is a card, the Nine of Swords is about anxiety and staying up nights because you just can't get out of your head. Gemini, this is such a perfect card for you because you tend to be in your head too much. So the caution is try to really stop the hamster wheel. Stop the hamster wheel that keeps you up nights. What action should you take? The Four of Pentacles talks about stability, right? Sometimes it's about holding on a little bit too tight, but in the context of what actions you should take, it says, you know what, recognize that you're stable, that maybe it's your finances are stable, your home is stable, your physical health is stable. Recognize that and nurture it. And Spirit wants you to see that you can see the world from a completely new perspective with the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man asks us to, you can see he's flipped himself upside down. This is self imposed. So that they can see the world from a new perspective, right? If we can get out of our heads enough, we can see new opportunities for growth, for abundance, for all the good things in life. If we just take a moment to step off the beaten path for a moment and see the world differently. Okay, thank you so much for joining me for our weekly tarot scopes for the week of, I want to, sorry, look that up again, July 28th through August 3rd. I hope everyone has a terrific week. Please leave your comments below if any of this resonates with you. Um, Please give me a like if you don't mind. It doesn't cost you anything, and I would love to hear from you. So thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you a little bit later in the week for perhaps some dowsing rods and for our personal readings as well.